So Martin, you're involved in sport and activity and all this kind of stuff. So
Yeah, I played a lot of soccer and Gaelic, and I played for Four Masters in Donegal. We won a junior championship, a county championship, and we won 2 senior county championships. And we won an Ulster junior championship. I played minor with Donegal. I was on the panel at minor, and then I played on the under 20. I played under 21 for Donegal at the time.
did you play in school, in the secondary school? Did you?
I did. I played for Summerhill in the Connacht Championships.
Yeah,
Connacht colleges, against Charlottes and Muirducks and St Coleman's and all those different.
This is Gaelic
schools.
football now.
This is in Gaelic football, yeah. But I played soccer for Summerhill as well.
Did they have both?
They had both. Summerhill won the All Ireland Soccer Colleges A. In my time there, they won it 3 times.
Okay.
Yeah, very big soccer school.
So did you played a bit in Westport too, I think, did you?
I played with Westport, yes. I played, when I got down here, it was at the end of my, maybe I think I might have been past my best at that stage.
Yeah. And you like cycling?
I love cycling. I've been cycling now since the early 80s. I've cycled a lot with your good self around here. And I've cycled a lot around Europe with a friend of mine from Donegal. We used to do a week every summer for about 20 years. We'd take a country each year, and this was back in the 80s, 90s.
And presently you're still doing it, aren't you?
I'm still doing it, yeah. We did Northern Italy last year, and we did the Loire Valley in France earlier this year.
Yeah.
So yeah, still doing it, still loving it. Yeah.
You like the challenge?
I like the challenge. Yeah, I like cycling. Yeah, it's very
You keep
enjoyable.
fit.
And I enjoy keeping fit. Yeah, I love it. I like exercise. I've always been doing a bit of exercise.
You had an involvement with the Greenway every year.
Yeah.
Well, you claim to have an involvement.
Well, Well, I remember it was you who brought us down onto the old derelict railway line outside Newport. And you were saying it would be great to do something with it, and then I mentioned to you about turning it into a cycleway or a walkway. And
that's because your experience on the continent.
That was because my experience
on
on the continent,
yeah.
And your daughter Tanya was doing a project at the time, had just finished a thesis, and so she had a lot on the railway line, and so we had a lot of very valuable research available to us, and great photographs that she had at the time, which we used to present to the local Chamber of Commerce, and there was great support for it at the time. And I think Peter Flynn heard about this proposal, brought it to Paddy Mahan, who was the engineer with Mayo County Council at the time, and that resulted up in Paddy coming over to Halligan to meet with myself, and I took him through what the proposal, and Paddy liked it, and went away, and then years later
you sowed the seed.
Well, I don't know, yeah, I think we both did.
Well, he definitely sowed the seed anyway, because a few years later it was taken up.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
And I think it might have come from that basis. You know?
Yeah, well, Paddy McMahon certainly was Paddy Mahan was very interested in it at the time. Yeah.
So what do you think of it, any of the Greenway?
I think it's a great resource, and I think it's obviously with the way things are going from an environmental perspective, it's great to see more bikes and people out cycling, and it's brought people out cycling who wouldn't be cycling only for the Greenway, and it's brought a lot of tourists to the area. It's a great tourist spot. It's great for the local people, and for me, it can only do good to an area. You know.
That's fantastic, really, isn't it? I think it was the first in Ireland, wasn't it?
It was the first in Ireland. Absolutely. Yeah.
Thanks to everybody that got involved in it.
Absolutely, yeah. It was great, and in fairness to all the people.
Quite a few skeptics said it was a waste of time in the beginning.
That's right.
Remember that?
But I think in the first year or so they had over 200,000 people go on the Greenway. You know.
I think they nearly paid for it the first year.
Yeah, probably.
From income for taxes and all that, you know.
Well, it's helped. If you look at Newport today, it's I think it's helped places like Newport, and even
it has transformed the north of Clew Bay, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has.
Newport, Mulrenny, Achill, even Achill,
and it's such a pleasure to hop on a bike and head down around Clew Bay. There, it's so beautiful. Yeah.
You were captain of Westport Golf Club.
I was. In
what year?
2018.
2018.
Yeah. That was a whole different experience. One that I enjoyed, frankly. I didn't know much about administration of golf at the time, but I learned a lot from people around me. People who were previous captains and friends who were members of the club and that who were very supportive. And I really enjoyed the year there. It's a good club. I think it's a players' club. I think it's very well run. I think there's been huge improvements there over the years. And I think we're very fortunate to have a facility like it in Westport because it's in a beautiful location. And the course is just going and the club is going from strength to strength.
Did you do much with the course or the club? Did you have a plan or?
We did. We put together a 5-year plan because we were strapped for a bit of cash, and the course needed development at the time because it was after a very difficult period where you had the economic crash in 2008, and golf clubs were suffering a lot throughout Ireland, and some of them went to the wall because of debts that they were carrying and couldn't finance them. That wasn't the case in Westport, but the course needed investment because it started to get to look a little bit tired, and we decided, okay, we try and we put a plan together to upgrade the course, get it to a stage that it would be an attractive course for people to come and play, because obviously green fees are a very important source of finance for the club. And so we put a lot of money into drainage and upgrading the course, and I think that has helped it over the years. We poured an awful lot of money into opening up new drains, existing drains, and sanding of the course, and it really helped quite a lot of the fairways that were prone to flooding, like the 7th at the time used to flood, and parts of the winter you couldn't play it, but it's now playable all year round. And even in the last couple of years, you can see, even with the new committee that's in there now, they have done a lot of really excellent work, and the course is looking as good as ever I've seen it.
Who was your vice captain?
My vice captain was David Scott.
Okay, yeah. And who were you vice captain to?
I was vice captain to Enda Lonergan.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
And who won your captain's prize?
It was Ronan Mahan.
Ronan Mahan.
He won it well, actually. Yeah, he played really great golf that day.
The son of your good friend.
Des Mahan.
Des Mahan, yeah.
And Des was chairman of the club at that time.
Yeah. He contributed a lot to the club.
He contributed an awful lot to the
over
club.
the years.
Yeah.
Fair play to him, yeah. Right, you were involved in Knock Airport for a while.
I was, yes. I got involved in it in around 1991 or thereabouts. It's a period of change. As part of the chamber, as you know, we were concerned about Knock Airport at the time, and I think we had a meeting with Liam Scollin, who was involved with Knock at the time, and he was at some meeting or other, he expressed his concern about the airport, and then
we got a letter from somebody on the board, didn't we?
That's right. And then we decided we would go and look at engaging with the airport board, and we did, and offered to do some market research to prove that we could get more flights into London, I think it was at the time. Because I think they had only one flight a week, if memory serves me right, to London, Luton, I think, and I think they had a flight to Dublin. And they had holiday destinations as well, but I don't know many of those they were doing at the time. But we went and engaged with the other chambers of commerce because we needed to raise the money to get this research done, because it was going to cost quite a bit of money.
15,000.
15,000 is right. And we went around the chambers of commerce in Mayo and we got the money. And we went to a company called Market Research Bureau of Ireland, MRBI, because they had credibility with the government, because they used to do all the opinion polls for them. So we thought if we were going to use this as a tool to help us improve Knock Airport, then we needed to make sure we had a credible company doing it that people would look at and say, yes, there's no question about these people and their ability to do good research. So we did the research, and it proved that it could take a flight to London every day and possibly a second flight. And so we presented that to the board of the day, and they were very pleased, I remember, at the time, and they engaged with us even outside of their board meeting. And it was the beginning of change there, I think, because then a new board came into play, and a guy called Joe Kennedy came on as chairman. He joined the board not as chairman, but he joined the board as a member, and then he became chairman. And
did you join the board?
And then he asked me to join the board.
Oh yes, okay.
And I joined the board, and I think I was there for about 14 or 15 years, you know, thereabouts. Yeah. And it's been doing well, and it continues to do well. You know. I'm not involved with it now, and haven't been for the last number of years. But I really enjoyed my time there, and there's a very good team up there now, and they're doing an excellent job.
Very handy, isn't it?
It's an excellent airport, and it has still scope to grow and develop. And look, you land on your land at Knock Airport, and within 10 minutes you're in your car and you're on your way home. It's such a joy to go through.